How's it going, Scary? Nice to see
Good,
you,
man.
brother.
Good, good. You too, bro. I know you're gonna be honest with me on this.
I'll do my best.
All right. The Prophet Muhammad here, he's telling us, do you know where the sun goes at the time of sunset? Does this look like Muhammad thinks that the sun's movement is what causes the sunset?
I mean, I can't. I honestly can't read it because the words are at the bottom. Is there any way you can move it? So it says, can you could you just read from me? I just trust whatever you read.
Yeah, so the Prophet asked me at sunset, do you know where the sun
Okay.
goes at sunset?
Okay. Do you know where the sun goes? Okay.
Uh-huh. Now let me ask you, you as a person living in 2026, you do know that in relation to sun setting, the sun doesn't really go anywhere, right? You do know that, right? In 2026.
So the sun do, it doesn't move around the Earth. The Earth spins on its axis every
Correct.
24 hours from
Correct.
west to east.
Correct. So the only
It's
reason
called
we,
the apparent motion.
yeah. So the only reason that we perceive what looks to be like a sunset is because of the Earth's movement, right?
The Earth orbits the sun. Yeah, every 365 days. It's like an elliptical path.
Yeah, but not even that though. So that's not what that movement is not what causes the sunset. What causes the sunset is the Earth rotating on its axis.
Well, the sun does spin on its own axis as well.
I'm not.
The sun orbits. Hold on a
I'm not
second. The
even.
sun orbits are yeah. The
Yeah.
sun orbits around the center of the Milky Way
Yes. Yes. I know
galaxy.
that. I know that.
So
But
yeah.
that
So there you
movement.
go.
No. No. That movement that you just described is unrelated to the sunset. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The only thing that causes what we perceive as a sunset is the Earth moving on its own axis. Because if this is the Earth, right? I mean, if this is the sun and this is the Earth,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the sun, the Earth is doing this at the same time that it's doing this. You get what I'm saying? But what
Yeah.
causes
For sure.
us to perceive the sunset is the Earth doing
The
this.
the velocity of it. Yeah. Like the Earth
Right.
is spinning on its axis, and then
Right.
and it makes west to east. It makes the sun appear to rise in the east and set in the
Correct.
west. Right.
So if the Earth is doing this, but one day it started doing this, right?
Yeah.
Then we would see the sunset and rising reverse at that point, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And they are saying the Earth is slowly kind of stopping its rotation, like
Right.
over yeah hundreds of
Right.
millions of years.
But in this hadith, what Allah is describing is not changing the movement of the earth. He's describing changing the movement of the sun.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
So that would be wrong.
Well, the sun does have its own axis, so it's not entirely wrong. It orbits the center of the Milky Way
And
galaxy. That's
I'm again,
proven.
brother. I'm not telling you that the sun doesn't have an axis or that it doesn't move on its axis. I'm saying that that movement does not affect our perception of a sunset.
Fine, but like just pause for a second. I'm with you. I see what you're saying. I agree with you because yeah, our perception of sunset is based off the Earth orbiter. I agree with you. That's correct.
Not the Earth orbiting,
Now,
brother. Again, I keep trying to explain. It's not the Earth orbiting. There's two movements that the Earth is making. One is the orbit. That's not causing us to see a sunset or a sunrise.
the Earth's
It's
spinning.
the
Sorry.
Earth
Yes,
spinning.
correct. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
On its axis. Yeah, correct.
yes.
You're correct. Yes.
So if Allah wanted the sunset to change, He would have to change the direction of the spin. He would not have to command the sun to do anything. The sun could keep doing whatever it wants, and if the Earth spun in the opposite direction, then that would change what we perceive as a sunrise and a sunset.
Yeah, that would be how we know it. Yes,
Correct.
that way. But now pause for a second. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused the sun to move in its orbit faster, as according to whatever whom like however he wills, then it would cause obviously a shift in how we perceive things.
No.
Yeah, it would. 100%. Because the sun would be moving in its orbit, which it already is doing. I mean, it takes all like hundreds of millions of years. But if Allah, let's just say, wanted to speed things up by His will, I mean, he's God. Why can't He do that? Of course He can.
I'm not
And
saying he
that would
can't.
shift how we perceive things.
No, I'm not saying he can't do it. What I'm saying is, okay, so you just said the sun moving on its orbit around the galaxy, Allah could speed that up, right?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying what would then change in our perception if he did that specifically?
Well, so from our perception, yeah, because if the sun is traveling through space towards a point, um, orbiting around the Milky Way galaxy, then wouldn't
Yeah.
that like just with that movement moving fast, wouldn't that cause that for us like a different perception of how the sun is moving in our skies?
No, because so the Earth is getting dragged by the sun. You understand that part, right?
Yeah, there's a gravitational pull for sure.
Yeah. So that movement relative to us is imperceivable because it's dragging us at the same time. It's like when you're going fast down the highway, if another car is next to you going the same speed, you don't perceive the movement. Does that make sense? You only
Yes.
perceive
Yeah.
it if they slow down or speed up. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
slow down, speed up,
Yeah.
even though both are moving, even though both are moving.
Correct. Right. So if the sun changed its speed, we wouldn't perceive it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, man. I'm gonna be humble with you on this one. I really wouldn't know how that would play out, like from our vision on Earth. Like if the sun actually started to speed up, on its orbit of the Milky Way galaxy, I honestly don't know how that would play out from our vision.
Yeah, we would just move with it. It would take us. It would just take us along with it, and nothing would be perceivably different. So, but when you read this, right? Allah's not even talking about that movement, which it takes 250 million years for the sun to orbit
The sun to orbit,
the
yeah, the Milky
galaxy.
Way
The
galaxy,
yeah,
right? It takes, even
but
that's what I was
the
saying. He
move
would speed it up, right? Like just by his own,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
I don't
whatever
have a
power
problem
he
with
would
that.
just,
But what I'm saying is that
yeah,
this movement is not describing that movement because this movement is describing what happens daily. This is talking about a daily orbit.
yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. It's talking about, yeah, I get what you mean.
Right. So the only way this makes sense is if you take into account a geocentric flat earth model.
Oh man, and that's a whole other discussion. This stupid flat
Because
Earth
you
model versus the Earth is round.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah, like
wait,
5 more minutes.
mhm. Do you believe in a
No,
geocentric
sorry,
flat
I
earth?
was I was just talking to my kids. Not my bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
go
you're
ahead.
good. You're good. I've had a couple Muslims up here today who say they believe in a geocentric flat earth model now because of this.
I know. Yeah, that's why I said, oh man, I don't want to get into that debate. Like that's
It's
just
debated, right?
kind of
It's debated
silly.
within Islam, right? It's
It's
debated.
silly though. I
It's
just feel
not
like it's so
silly.
silly.
Why?
Really? Are you
Yeah,
a flat Earth type of person?
I'm not, but what I'm saying is not silly. Is I understand why Muslims would have to debate that in their own minds because these hadiths seem to be describing exactly that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Like if you look at what
Um,
he says, do you know where the sun goes at sunset? That's the only way somebody would even make that statement is if they thought there was a flat Earth. That because the sun would appear to be going somewhere you can't see. So they
well, like
believe
let me
that.
ask you. Like how does this like have anything to do with, I guess, with like salvation? All right, this is science, and I get what you're saying scientifically, the rotation and the axis and the gravity. Like, okay, but these are all like laws of logic that belong to God. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
look,
just I don't know. It
it's
doesn't change my salvation. You know what I'm saying? Like, however he wants to spin anything,
yeah,
it's
look,
irrelevant to my salvation.
look, brother, look what the guy says here, right? He
Yeah.
says, I replied, Allah and his apostle know best.
Okay.
So from the guy's perspective, he's like, look, man, I'm not a man of knowledge. I don't know things. I'm just a human being. I don't know where the sun goes. Only
That's kind of how I
Allah,
feel right now.
right? I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, we know what we know, based off of
Yeah,
like what
yeah,
we read in science.
yeah,
We know what we know,
yeah. Of course.
but but
This,
at the same time, I also know that science has kind of evolved over, centuries, and whatever they believed, let's 600 years ago is not what we believe now.
no,
So
right. I
could it
get
be
that.
that like 600 years from now we find out like all this other stuff that we don't know? Now that's possible too.
Yeah, like so you're saying we could possibly find out one day that we're on a flat Earth.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you know what?
Just
Whether
be
we
honest. That
I
is
don't
what you
believe.
mean.
Yeah.
That is
See,
what you
here's the thing.
mean.
I don't personally believe we are, right? But like, I guess I'm more, me, I'm more interested in like what grants me salvation. Like
I
how does
get
my
but
soul get good, so
yeah,
that
where
when I meet God on judgment day, I'm good.
no, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. So here if we can prove, right, that the sun does not go under the earth or and then go under Allah's throne, then we can assume that whatever else is being told by Muhammad is likely wrong also.
That's a jump. That's a bit of a jump
How?
because because if it's knowledge we don't have yet, then you then therefore can't claim that
No,
whatever
no, yeah,
knowledge
no,
given to the Prophet
no.
Muhammad then
I'm not.
therefore is false.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm proving this wrong right now. I'm just saying, like, okay, if you just want to take an astronaut's perspective, right? If astronauts are not just lying to us right now,
Which is
they know,
possible.
which is right. But
NASA, bro, I don't trust NASA. Do you?
I kind of do right now, yeah. So what I'm saying to you is that if we assume that they're not liars, then they would be able to prove this wrong right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the knowledge that they have and the
yeah,
technology and all that,
right.
yeah, for sure.
They could
Yeah.
look and say, okay, that's clearly wrong. The Earth is the one that's moving here.
Correct. I mean, yeah, but we do know, like, okay, we already kind of, I don't want to repeat, like, we already kind of said that the Earth is rotating. There, it is orbiting at the same time. The sun is also orbiting around the Milky Galaxy. So every piece mentioned is orbiting.
I know, brother. I know. But what I'm saying to you is that this to me reads as somebody who's talking to people that can't see where the sun goes after it sets.
Okay.
So if you believe that you're living on a planet where you cannot see the sun, then you could say things like, oh yeah, it goes under Allah's throne and it prostrates and it asks for permission.
Yeah, I'm not an Athari Muslim. Like, I don't believe that any of these things in terms of his throne is actually physical because Allah says in Ayat al-Kursi, like, there's no slumber or sleep, he doesn't get tired. And so, like, a throne kind of insinuates that, like, he sits down to rest. So I just I don't see it that way at all. I think this is like his majesty is like beyond our comprehension in terms of like a throne. So,
Right. I get that. I get that. But the problem here is
chair that he
this.
sits in. Like, I know some Muslims speak that way, but I don't.
Yeah, I get that. But like you do understand that these people at this time took it as being literal and they took it as a location that the sun can go to. Like Ibn Kathir literally says in the tafsir for Quran 3638 that the sun was actually traveling to a location, like an actual location that was under Allah's throne.
Yeah, I mean, he's a scholar. I'll respect like him.
Huh?
They're fallible. Alaikum wa rahmatullah.
So is your take
You know what I mean?
that
I always respect what scholars say because they put a lot of time. They put a lot of time and they use their whole life to learn. But like they're also fallible. Like it doesn't mean like they're like
yeah,
perfect.
but
Anything they say is absolutely
so
correct.
so let's say we figured this out that this was in the 1980s when human beings figured out like that's like when we first went into outer space
The
and realized,
orbits.
yeah. So are we then to believe that everyone from 7th century to 1980 had the incorrect understanding of the Quran?
No, I'm not gonna go ahead and like say they had a. This is you're reading a hadith, right? That refers to kind of you're taking it from like a scientific ontological perspective, and I respect that. It's actually kind of smart that you're doing this, but I
Because
don't
I don't
think
see
like
why wouldn't
that's how
I?
they proceed.
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I take it as
Yeah, no,
literal?
that's one angle.
Because the prophets
Well,
literally.
because it's like the Quran is like it's more than that, right? It's more than just a literal book. Like, there's it's more telling you about your spirit, which also talks about that, and that's not something that we can kind of like comprehend literally,
But you know it
right?
says
Like your soul, is that something you could comprehend literally? Like you can't put your fingers on that, but we understand cleansing our soul, repentance, purifying your soul,
yeah,
right? And
brother.
these aren't things that are necessarily literal.
But word, these are the same things that you guys say to Christians, right? When a Christian tries to explain to you about the Trinity, you
Yeah.
guys are like, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense. When have you ever seen something like that?" Allah and the Christians say, "Oh no, but brother, God is a mystery and we can't explain to you the howness of it." right?
Yeah, I don't get into those debates. I mean, yeah, I don't know when you've ever seen me say that to a Christian.
I mean,
Just
this
like,
is the
you know,
this.
I just don't believe I don't really get into all of that with
I'll
Christians. I just say like, I'm not gonna take a look at man as God. That's not my only issue. I grew up with Christians. The only issue I have with Christians is like they take man as
why
God. You
can't
know,
God
that's it.
look?
Trinitarians.
You're about to do the same thing. Watch. Why can't God come as a man?
I don't think it's befitting.
Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Where's the?
He's God. He's all eternal.
Would you
You know what I
say
mean?
it's
Like
not logical
you
for
know.
No, no. Hold
a
on. Hold on.
spirit?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's not befitting.
It's not befitting, right? Hold on. Hold on. Where's my hadith at?
Yeah, because a man goes to the bathroom, a man dies, you know, a man
Yeah, yeah.
sneezes, gets sick. You know, that's why. It's not befitting of like the definition of a deity that you
Here.
want to worship.
Okay. Is this befitting right here?
What's that?
Allah descends every night into the lowest heaven.
Oh yeah, like for example, if I'm gonna do my tahajjud prayers in the middle of the night, I want to ask God for forgiveness, then I think this hadith refers to something like that, right? He sends to the lowest heaven asking which of his servants
Yeah.
are seeking forgiveness so that he may grant it to them.
So I would say this is not befitting.
I mean, why not? It's the lowest level of heaven. I mean, God can be anywhere and everywhere in the heavens. Why is it not befitting?
Because why does Allah need to come down to hear you?
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's not very befitting. At that point, I might as well believe
Ah.
if he can come down halfway, he
His
might as well
essence.
just keep going and go down to and be Jesus.
Yeah, but you're kind of like you're kind of having like the ideology that he's like something of a particular like he's a body, right? Or he's a human and he's like traveling through heavens. I don't see it that way. It's his essence, right? He could be
I mean,
everywhere and anywhere in the heavens all at the same time.
if he can descend, he's already spatial. So what's stopping him from being a body at that point?
Just
He's already.
I'm just saying, like
inside-
like the
he's
way I
already
see it.
he's already in space and time at that point.
I mean, I see God as outside of space and time, and
Not here.
you know,
Not here. How many heavens does he have to pass in order to get to the lowest one?
it's his essence, right? You know, I don't see it as like he's like physically moving himself from the top of the heaven to the bottom of the heaven. I just don't read it that way. We don't have to agree on it. I just don't read it that way. I just
So,
read it
but-
as like,
So you
you
see
know,
how
he
this
kind
is-
of
So do you see how
Yeah.
for me being secular, right? I don't believe either one of you guys. I don't believe the Christians or the Muslims on this topic. But
yes.
when they say that God can come to the earth in a way that is befitting His Majesty, you say no, He can't. But when I show you where it says Allah descends in a way that befits His Majesty, you're like that He definitely can. Do you see how that's not consistent?
Somewhat, because you know, in heaven, right, is a little bit different than let's say here, the laws and logic like here on earth. Like we know like we have gravity here on earth, you know,
Brother,
and
brother,
like
the
I said,
lowest- brother, the lowest heaven. No, this is not heaven. Oh, you thought this was heaven. No.
no, it doesn't say Jannah. It doesn't say Jannah. I understand the
look,
difference
look.
between Jannah and heaven. Like it's Samawat are the heavens, the seven layer of heavens, and then Jannah.
Yeah,
But
but which
I don't-
heaven is this?
you know.
Which heaven is this? This
It
is
says
one-
every night to the lowest level. I mean, can we use the Arabic lexicon to see what the Arabic says?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
but
could,
hold on.
I could,
This
yeah.
is this is where the stars are, right?
not necessarily.
Yes, it is. It's right here. Look, we have adorned the nearest heaven with adornment of stars.
Yeah, so that just means the lowest level of heavens have stars in them. It doesn't mean like the stars you see is like the first level of heaven. I mean, that's not what that says.
What,
Yeah, you heard me.
brother? Okay, hold on.
We have adorned the lowest heaven, so it's defining the heavens have stars in it.
Okay,
No big
brother,
deal.
look.
That doesn't mean like the star you see is now then automatically the lowest heaven, because we understand from science that, you know, beyond the stars that we see, there's even further galaxies.
Let's read it. Look, it says, "Indeed, your God is one, the Lord of
Qul
the
huwa Allahu
heavens,
ahad. Yeah.
the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and that between them, and the Lord of the sunrises. Indeed, we have adorned the lowest heaven with stars."
Sure.
So wherever the lowest heaven is where the stars are.
I mean, God also says there's rivers, you know what I mean, that are flowing underneath you in the heavens. So does that mean it's like the rivers that are kind of on here on earth? No. but there are rivers in that level of heaven that go beneath you. So there's stars in the lowest level of heaven. Big deal. Like it's just, I don't know. That sounds kind of nice to me. Like it's the lowest level of heaven, and there's stars there. Big deal. Like you're trying to say that the stars you see are the lowest level of heaven. That's not what it says, and you know it.
That is what it's saying, and you know it.
No, we have adorned the lowest heaven, right? So in the lowest heaven
Yeah,
with
brother.
stars.
In
So
the
if God wants to put animals in the lowest level of heaven, if he wants to put rivers in the lowest level of heaven, it doesn't mean that there's rivers, you know what I mean, like from earth that are in heaven.
brother, in 7th century Arabia, the heavens, right?
Mama?
When you can reach the heavens, right? That's basically what they were talking about, is like outer space.
Oh,
No, that's not true. You just made that crap up.
So
Mama.
why is there 7 heavens with stars in it?
But
How can there be stars? So what are the stars like? So are you saying then that like
that God could put stars in heaven? Yeah, why not, bro? That's just
how is
easy,
that
bro.
now
It's
outer
easy
space
concept.
then? So how is that? Where is the distinction between that and outer space?
Yeah, I just told you. He says there's rivers flowing beneath you in Jannah. So that doesn't mean there's like rivers from
No,
the
but
earth. He
my
could put
brother,
rivers in heaven. Like big deal. Done. Easy.
the only thing you're saying to me then is that, oh, these aren't the immediate stars, these are just the further stars. Okay, that's still outer space.
No, he's just putting stars in heaven.
Which
In the
is
lowest
outer
level of heaven, he's just putting stars in there. And in that lowest level of heaven, there's stars. Cool.
I'm not
That's kind of a cool place to be in.
I'm not debating that, brother. What I'm saying is, where are these stars? Like, are they outside of creation?
No, come on, man. That doesn't make sense. Like whatever God creates, you know, like if he creates a heaven, right? And there's 7 levels of these heavens.
My
And then the
position,
lowest level of heaven, he puts beautiful animals and puts beautiful greenery and majestic mountains. It
okay,
doesn't
let's
mean
see.
that he's putting the mountains from earth in heaven. It means
let's
that in heaven, he
let's see.
has majestic mountains. He has
Let's see. All
stars.
right,
He
all right,
has whatever.
all right. Let's see the tafsir about
Why is that
this.
hard? I don't get why you're
I
making that
know,
concept like
I
really
know,
hard.
I know. Let's read this. Let's read the scholarly opinion. Okay, let's see. The
Okay.
adornment and protection of heaven comes from Allah. Allah tells us that He has adorned the lowest heaven with heavenly bodies for those among the people of the earth who look at it.
So convenient, bro.
Cool.
Got freaking chicken here.
Yeah. Heavenly bodies. Cool.
Dude,
Man, it's heaven.
that cat.
What you want, man? It's a cool place. Let's get there.
The people on earth can
There's
look
stars
at
there.
The people on earth can look at it.
From those among the people of the earth who look at it. I
That's
mean,
me.
you know, the Arabic, you know what I mean? I would see it like you can kind of see it in terms of like spiritual, right? I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to read the English. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll be humble. But like, take the Arabic. Hey, don't put your little sounds on.
He's trying to say
You're
that
reading
he-
everything. Stop.
He's
Hold on a
saying-
second. Hold on a
brother,
second.
He's saying
No, hold on a
that
second.
brother, look, he's saying he
Because you're
adore-
reading it in
brother,
English,
brother,
I would
no,
need you.
brother.
No, stop. Be
Brother,
sincere with
he's
me.
saying-
You need
look,
the
he's
original.
saying-
See, you're
brother,
cutting
he's
me
saying-
off now.
he's
Come
saying
on, man.
He's
Come
saying
on.
he adorns it.
You don't want to go to the Arabic because maybe there's more truth there? Is that why?
We sure we can, but look, he's saying
Yeah, translate like when you go from Arabic, like I'm an Arabic speaker, right? An English speaker, and I know that certain things I say in Arabic when I translate it to English,
But
it kind of shifts its meaning.
But let's get it
So
out
just read the
before-
original text, man. Like it's good for education for both of us.
But before we give up on the English, let's just read what it's saying, and then we can decide when we read the Arabic. What he's saying in the
Yeah.
English is that he has adorned
The lowest
the
heaven
lowest heaven for
with
those
the
who,
heavenly bodies.
for those who look
Hey, don't
at
be
it.
skipping. Don't skip it. Lowest heaven. Don't skip what you just did. Read it. Come on. Lowest heaven with the heavenly bodies
Uh-huh.
for those among the people of the earth.
Who do what?
I can't see it. Who sees it or what? What does it say? I can't see it because there's words in front. Who look at it? So lowest heaven with the heavenly bodies for those among the people of the earth who look at it.
Who
I mean,
look at it?
I could interpret that as like the people on earth that get to heaven can now see it. Done. Boom.
Look at
Give me some
at
points.
this. Look at
Give me
this.
some points. Hey, turn on your little horn thing because I just did that to you. Turn on your horn thing.
I'm not even gonna lie. I actually didn't even. Can you repeat? I'm not gonna lie. Can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear it. Say it again one more time.
So I could perceive that, right, as a believer, doing my best to, you know, as like the people on earth, then when the ones that achieve heaven are in the heaven and they can see it. Yeah, because it's not referring to necessarily like people that are like alive right now. It could be the people who are on earth who attain heaven. Then they can see what God puts in heaven. That makes sense.
Brother, look, the next sentence refutes you, okay?
Cool.
The stars and the planets in the sky give light to the people of the earth.
The stars and planets in the sky. Yeah, okay. Give light to the people of earth. So we're talking about like the physical stars that are here and the planets, okay? Yeah.
That's me.
I mean, there's a period and then it goes the stars and the planets in the sky give light to the people on earth. Allah says, okay.
Allah says, indeed, we have adorned the nearest heaven with lamps, and we have made such lamps as missiles to drive away shaitans.
That sounds pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. Sounds like Space Invaders.
Hey, you keep doing your thing, bro. I really like your style. I like what you're doing. You're very intellectual with it, bro. Props to you, brother. For real.
It's like this,
I,
brother.
I think at the end of the day, it's like for me, it's just a salvation thing. You know what I mean? Like
Brother, look at my screen.
what? Oh, stage shoe, high score.
Do you see it?
Yeah, hey, invite Abu Nuri up, man. He's really good. He's a much better debater than I am. Like I'm more about salvation. I'm not.
Come on.
You, I mean, you're
Abu
very.
Nuri,
You're
listen, Abu Nuri's always welcome here. Abu Nuri, come on.
yeah. No, he's a great debater. I'm not great at debating. Like I like just talking with you. You know what I mean? And I mean, you heard my perspective, so.
Yeah. Let's hear Abu Nuri. What's up, Abu?
What's going on? Assalamu alaikum. Salam.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Abu, that's
Yeah,
I can
I'm
call you
not.
Abu, right?
I'm not. Huh?
I could call you Abu, right? That's not like a.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, real fast. I'm not really tracking the issue. What's going on?
So, is this what's happening? The video that I got up, is that kind of like in a spiritual? Is that what's happening? Like, is that what like Allah's blowing up shaitan who are trying to make it into the assembly?
I mean, I wouldn't compare it to that, but I mean, I guess if I guess if that's how you want to put it, that's fine.
Okay.
Hold on. If it is, does that disprove Islam?
No, brother. No,
Oh, okay.
Stuff for Allah, it's not. So first of all, I just want to make sure because brother was saying that brother Word that's above you, he was saying that when Allah adorns the sky with stars, that he's talking about that he said that's not the one that we're looking at. What do you think about that?
May Allah bless him, brother. I would disagree with him.
Okay.
I would say that the lowest heaven is where the stars are. That's like the beginning of the lowest heaven.
Right. I agree with you. That's how I read it. And then the reason why he disagreed with it is because we read the hadith that says Allah goes there every night.
Yeah, in a way, in a matter that besuits His Majesty, that's fine.
So how is that not exactly what the Christians are trying to tell you about Jesus coming to the earth? Without
Jesus coming to the earth?
Yeah, without ruining His Majesty. If you can say that Allah can enter into creation without ruining His Majesty, then why can't the Christians say the same thing?
I mean, but there's already, you pointed this out. It's already kind of disanalogous because the Christians say that God is in the third heaven. The heavens are part of creation. So I mean, the Christians say in the third heaven.
Now remember, Abu, I disagree with both of you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Right? So, but I'm just saying I don't see what the symmetry breaker is between you guys and what Christians kind of believe. It's simple.
Yeah, so the Christians.
Because to me, in any way, it would be against Allah's majesty to lower Himself in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And then the answer that you guys give back is simply sounds like you're saying, "Nuh-uh."
No, that's fine. No, so it's I don't know what answer you've got, but if it's the answer that that I'm assuming you've got, then it's not just that it's more that it's our theology. This is what Islam says. So in regards to Islam going, in regards to Allah going to the the lowest heaven. When we say in a manner that suits his majesty, like what I mean is it's not like, for instance, me holding my finger upwards and then lowering it downwards. You see what I'm saying? That's not what's going on.
Right, but so
And I have a proof for that. I mean, but I have a proof for that.
I get that, but that's literally what the hadith is describing, though. So, and then all
No,
you're
that's
saying
wrong.
is no, it's not. That's all. So that's why I say it sounds like you're just saying nah.
No, Allah says in the Quran that lack of mithli shay. He's not like anything.
Like
He's not like anything you can imagine. So can I imagine my finger being held high and then going lower? Yeah, so he's not like that.
Right. No, I get that. I get that. So I would just assume that in that case that the Quran is just wrong in its assertion. But let's do this one now. I want to get your opinion on this one too, because everybody's been saying that I've been talking to rookie Muslims when I ask about this one too. So it says here, well, actually, let me go straight to this part. It says one day the sun will rise in the west. Do you believe that that will actually happen one day in reality, or is this metaphorical?
No, that's going to happen in reality. We'll see where it all knows.
All right. So this will be a sign of the end times, right? That's my understanding. Yeah. So okay. So in order for it to be a sign, we would have to see it, which means it would happen in reality. So how do we get to this part?
What do you mean, how would you get to this part?
Yeah, how do we get here? What happens before this that causes this to happen?
Are you asking for like the literal causation? Like does something knock the sun out of its orbit?
Yeah. Even if it's Allah doing it.
Nah, there is no type of literal causation that's given. So Allah says in the end times, he says that three supernatural things are going to happen. We're going to have an individual named Dajjal that's going to be walking around the earth with supernatural abilities. There's a beast that's going to rise from the earth, literally. We don't know what type of beast or where it's at.
I got you.
And the sun's going to rise from the west. So there's just three supernatural things that are going to happen without any immediate causation.
Okay. So your argument right now is that the sun will literally rise in the west one day and we'll see it happening, but you're saying that this hadith does not describe how that will happen?
Are you saying that the hadith does not describe how it happened, like the causation of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see where the hadith tells us that the molecules are going to change and shrink, which causes a magnetic pull. I don't see all that.
All right, let me read what I think is the cause here. It says, the sun, in other words, it will ask for permission to go on its course, but it will not be permitted, but it will be ordered to return in whence it has come, so in the direction it came from. And so it will rise in the west. Is this describing the process?
Yeah, I'm a literalist, so yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
So is it safe to assume that Allah is assuming that it's the movement of the sun that causes the sun to appear to us to rise?
No. And the reason that I would say no is because Allah says in the Quran that all of the celestial bodies, all of them moved on a fixed course, and this is by the design of Allah. So he's saying that the sun itself is going to rise from the west. Now we understand that the earth spins and the sun moves, but it sounds as if the sun itself is going to arbitrarily rise from the west.
Would it not make more sense for Allah to say to the earth to spin in the opposite direction if he wanted this to happen?
No, he said what he said. So I said it sounds like the sun's going to arbitrarily rise from the west.
Wait, why is the arbitrary part a factor now?
Because now it's the sun. The sun's been asked, or the sun is asking for permission to do a thing, and then Allah is giving it specifically a direct order. And so the sun itself is going to, it's going to come to us, and from what is apparent to us, the way that we see the sun, we're going to see the sun actually moving, it seems as if. The sun's going to move and rise from the west.
Right, but it's being told to do something that is the opposite of what it already is doing, right?
Right, so the sun's just following its natural course.
Right, so according to this hadith, what is the hadith author assuming the sun naturally does before it's told to do the opposite?
Just read it out loud again.
It says, it will ask permission to go on its course, but it will not be permitted. It will be ordered to return whence it has come, and so it will rise in the west.
Right. So it says, so from here, all that is being stated explicitly is that the sun's going to be asked to do what it always does.
Which is, what is it assuming it always does here?
Was it assuming that it always does?
Yeah.
Now we're getting from what the text verbatim says, and now we're getting into something else.
What do you mean? I can't say
Yes.
that. I can't say that this is assuming the sun always rises in the east.
Say it one more time.
Could I say by reading this thing here that this is assuming the sun always rises in the east?
Well, that's from the natural courses of all of the celestial bodies, or particularly the sun and the sun and the earth. So that would be fine.
Okay, so what causes us to perceive the sun rising in the east? Usually,
Yeah, the earth rotates around the sun.
Is
So it's the
that-
rotation of the rotation is Earth's personal rotation and its rotation around the sun that causes this.
Right. So it's the spinning of the Earth on its own axis, right?
Yeah,
What
the
would
abs-
happen-
the Earth spins around in a complete circle in a 24-hour period. That's how we get days. Yeah.
Right. What would happen if the Earth started spinning in the opposite direction?
Then we would once again, like I said the first time, we may have what appears to us the sun coming from the opposite direction now.
Correct.
That's fine.
So it
So,
would
so
make-
yeah, I understand. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it would just make sense if Allah told the Earth to spin in the opposite direction, right? So why is he telling the sun to change its course when it's really the movement of the Earth that decides how we perceive the sun rising?
Because this is the last day. This is from the signs of God. So, if we look at it as in the sign of God is just by itself the sun rising from the west, and that's one thing. But there's also different things that are going to go on in the last days when this takes place. For instance, the sun is going to be brought very close to the earth. It says that people are going to be drowned in their sweat. So the sun's you can either look at it from two ways. The way that I'm going to look at it is from the way that the text says. But you can either look at it that the earth is having an abnormal movement or the sun itself is having an abnormal movement. But from what I see in the hadith, it's the
I
sun
want to interject
itself.
here. I want to interject here if I can.
Okay, actually-
just to kind of add to this. So, like,
Okay.
you do have. I mentioned this earlier. Okay, so Scary, you heard this. So I was saying, based off of this hadith, the sun does genuinely move through space and it orbits the
Not
Milky Way
arguing that,
galaxy.
brother. Not arguing that.
Yeah, but hold on a second. If it's orbiting the Milky Way galaxy, it's traveling towards the solar apex, and that means it's spinning on its own axis. So if it's spinning on its own axis, technically, if Allah sped this up,
Brother,
we would. No, come on, man. Why aren't you
brother.
hearing this? This is a
me and you
scientific
had this
fact.
whole discussion already, though.
Yeah,
I
wait,
know,
wait.
and you kind of dismissed it as if like the sun
Okay,
orbiting
all right,
doesn't
let me ask
wouldn't
you.
change
So let's clear this
our
up. Then. Okay,
perception.
do you think that the sun's orbiting on its own axis is what causes us to perceive a sunset or a sunrise?
Why not? If it's sped up, right here. No, come on, man. Don't do
Can
that.
you hold
Don't
for
go
a
back to your
second? We're
lap.
action, please.
Okay, no way.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say this and
so-
I'll mute up. I'll
Okay.
just say this and I'll mute up. So we do
yeah, wait,
know
Albert,
the
just
sun
please,
is
just hold on.
orbiting around the Milky Way galaxy, and if it were to speed up that process, it absolutely would be perceived differently from our sight. It
Hey,
absolutely
right.
would. I don't understand how you.
Word
Hey, real
actually-
fast
wait, can you
before-
guys
hey,
just
I'm
hold
gonna mute
on,
up.
Hey, hold up, brother. But before you go real fast, because let me just finish what I was saying real quick, and then I'll pass it off to Probus.
Yeah.
All I was trying to say, bro, is that in regards to the sun and the earth on the last day, there's going to be a lot of, we can call it arbitrary things that are going to happen. The sun's going to be brought very close to the earth. Allah actually says that He's going to roll the heavens and the earth up like a scroll. So there's a lot of arbitrary supernatural things going to happen. So there's not a problem with the sun actually being the thing that's going to. The sun's going to move to another position that is in, causing us to perceive the sun rising from the west. That's not a problem. Not as much as God rolling it up in a scroll. So we don't have a problem with this. Go ahead, Probus.
So this is actually a really easy question, and honestly, I'm always surprised by when Christians make
I'm
these
not a
scientific
Not a Christian.
claims.
not
Oh,
agreeing.
whatever
He's
he
not a
is, man.
Christian,
I'm gonna be
bro.
honest. Whenever people argue against Islam, 99.9% of the time it's because they lack knowledge. But in any case, the Earth reverses polarity every 200 to 300,000 years. So it's actually a very common thing that happens literally
Hold up.
very
Listen,
often.
bro,
can you
So
use
yes,
this?
Brother,
There you
brother,
go.
brother,
Logan
God,
over there.
brother Probus.
yeah. Go ahead.
Is this hadith describing the earth reversing polarity, brother? Or are you
When
just
the Earth
talking out of your,
reverses when the
or are
yeah,
you just
fantastic. If
talking,
you,
or are you just talking out of your
brother,
anus right now?
brother, yeah,
Please.
so fantastic,
Is it
wonderful.
describing?
So
Is it
when
describing
the yeah,
that?
fantastic,
Is
wonderful.
it
Why are you
describing
just
that,
talking
or are
over
you
me?
just trying to insert
Why
that
are you
to
why are you
make
talking
yourself
over
feel
me, brother?
better?
Why are you
No,
talking
but
over me,
scary. When
brother?
did he
It's
say
not.
that was scientifically
Yeah, why are you
wrong?
talking
Because,
over
no,
me, bro?
because you just came up
Why
here
are
and
you
basically
why are you
called me
talking over,
dumb.
brother?
You're like, oh, this is
Well,
what all
because
these
you are.
idiots believe. Okay, so now let's
Because you are.
see. Let's see
But in
then.
any case,
Is this
fantastic,
to show
wonderful.
me what sentence
Fantastic,
does it,
wonderful.
what sentence
Fantastic,
in this
wonderful.
hadith, yeah, what sentence in
Yeah,
this
fantastic,
hadith,
wonderful.
yeah, what
Fantastic,
sentence in this
wonderful.
hadith,
Yes, so fantastic, wonderful. So
what
can you just give me a
sentence in this hadith,
fantastic,
Come on,
wonderful.
scary. We were having a
what
good
So
discussion.
why
sentence
are you
in this
scared,
hadith,
man?
no, because he's coming up calling me dumb now.
Why are you scared?
No,
man?
he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
call you dumb.
So
I think
now,
he
so
was
now
just-
we're gonna
No,
talk
come
to
on,
each
man.
other like we both think we're
Fantastic,
dumb.
wonderful.
Okay, so now,
No, yes,
Probus,
absolutely.
yeah, go ahead.
because,
Okay, so
like,
now
Come
tell
on,
me,
fellas.
please
Give me
point
the
to the
info.
sentence on my screen that says what you just
fantastic,
said.
wonderful.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, fantastic, wonderful.
Hold on. Is
So
it this
when-
one? Is it this one right
yeah,
here?
fantastic, wonderful. When
Is it
Earth,
this one right
when
here
Earth,
or not?
you just
Hold on.
keep- you
Let's
just
go
keep
one by
talking over.
one. Yeah, I'm gonna
You
keep
just
talking.
keep-
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, you just keep
Welcome to
talking
hell.
over.
Welcome to hell. You're on the
Yeah,
bridge
so
to hell
lack of
right now.
knowledge.
You're on the bridge to hell. You're in Jahannam. Welcome to Jahannam, and I'm not gonna let you out until you pay for all your sins. Now tell me which sentence on this screen says what you just said, or are you just making stuff
Yeah,
up?
so you're just
Go
news
ahead.
spamming.
Go ahead. Wallahi, hurry up. Yalla, which one is it? Is it this sentence or is it the next one? Please tell me when to stop. Let me know. Is it this one? Is
You
it
just
this
keep
one?
news spamming, brother.
Is it this one?
You just keep news spamming,
Or
brother.
is it that the hadith is not
Fantastic,
addressing the Earth's
wonderful.
movement at all?
Yeah,
Not
fantastic,
even in
wonderful.
the
So you gotta
slightest
let me
bit.
speak or not, brother?
It's only addressing the
You're
movement
just
of the
making
sun
claims, brother.
because the author assumes
You're just
that it's the
making
movement of
claims,
the
brother.
sun that causes
just
us
keep
to
making claims,
perceive
brother.
sunsets and
Yeah, fantastic,
sunrisings,
wonderful.
Scary,
which
come on,
shows
man.
that the author had
Yeah,
the
fantastic,
understanding of a 7th century Arabic person in the middle of a
Fantastic,
desert.
You just
Okay,
keep making
which
claims,
shows
brother.
us that he was not, in fact, talking
You're
to
just
Allah.
making
You
claims, brother.
jahil.
Fantastic, wonderful. You just keep
Okay.
making claims. So can I speak now? Fantastic, wonderful. So that's what happens when an idiot can only talk from a lack of
Fantastic,
knowledge and just talk over. So in any case, like I was about to say, when the Earth reverses
This is
polarity,
talking about
Fantastic one.
a flat Earth, geocentric
so
model.
when the
You
Earth
want me to show you
reverses
that? Look,
polarity,
let me show you how. Let me show how we know that. Why doesn't this guy here? Why doesn't
Uh-huh.
he know? Why doesn't he know where the sun sets? Answer that.
Read the hadith, please.
Answer the question. Why
read
doesn't
the
this
hadith.
guy know where the sun goes when the sun sets? Why does
You're
he
just making
think?
claims, brother.
Why does he think
You're
that the
just
sun
making
goes
claims.
somewhere that cannot be fully
Brother,
explained?
you're just-
Please answer
brother,
the
you're just
damn
making-
question.
You're just making
You
claims and
jahil.
talking over, brother.
Answer
You're
the
just making claims
question,
and talking over.
you crybaby,
Yeah,
jahil
I'm trying to
believer.
talk- I'm
Why
literally
doesn't
trying to
he
talk,
know
brother.
where the sun goes at the time of sunset?
Yeah, are you
Please
gonna let
answer
me
that.
talk or no?
Go ahead.
Are you going to let me talk or no,
Answer.
bro?
Answer my question though.
Fantastic,
Don't ask me
wonderful.
another question. Just answer
Yeah,
my question.
fantastic,
Go.
wonderful. Nobody's
Go.
asking you a question. Every time I open
Go.
my mouth, you just start shouting.
Go.
because you're
Answer.
scared.
Why doesn't he know?
So, in
Please
any
tell us.
case, like I was trying to say.
What could a 7th century
Yep,
Arabic
yep.
person in the middle of a desert
Yep,
possibly
yep,
have
yep, bro.
thought about the sun? Please explain.
Look, this is what you're doing, bro. Yep.
Oh my God, bro.
So in any case, when the Earth reverses polarity, Christ is Lord and man. So in any case, fantastic, wonderful.
Still yapping
I'm literally trying to talk, and your guy right here is
yapping
just talking
about
over.
polarity. Please tell us,
Yeah,
brother.
fantastic,
Hold on.
wonderful. Are you gonna
hadith
let me
show
talk
us
or
question,
again.
bro,
Show
Are you
voice is
going
louder
to
than
let me
yours.
talk or
Show
no?
us where the
What
hadith
does
is
it?
talking
Why
Why
about
are you
is
talking
Gary
polarity.
over
trying
me, bro?
to ask
Jahil.
you? Like,
Fantastic,
ya
wonderful.
Allah.
So
Yeah,
in any
please.
case,
Please, yeah,
when
in
the
any
Earth
case, tell
reverses
us-
polarity,
Not talking about that.
the
The hadith
east
is
and
not
west
talking about
change.
that. The hadith
You can
is not
keep
talking
talking all you want
the
to, bro.
hadith is not talking about that. Look,
Show me where it's not.
Look, the demons must
Show
be
me where
trying
it's
to
not.
make it into heaven, guys.
Show me where
Allah
it's
is
not,
throwing
brother.
stars at
Brother,
the
show me
demons
where it's
right
not.
now.
Fantastic, wonderful. So you just keep shouting.
Yeah, you ain't got
Can
to
you show me where
blaspheme,
it's not
bro.
talking about that,
Look,
bro?
look at this,
I want
guys.
to talk
Look.
to you after this.
Look
Yeah,
at
you
this.
ain't
Talk
got
to
to.
you
You
after
don't got to
this.
blaspheme, G.
Yeah. No, I mean, Allah's throwing stars at the demons. What's blasphemous about that?
Is that blasphemy or is that the
I
truth?
mean, that's fine, but what you're
Yeah,
doing is
fantastic. Yeah. So
Wait a
in any
second.
case,
He's asking him to answer the question, and all he
He's not
keeps replying
answering.
with
He's
is
dodging.
fantastic, wonderful.
yeah, he's been
No,
shouting over. He's been shouting at me for
wait,
10 minutes straight.
Probus, wait.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not even gonna
already
lie,
said that
Christ.
we're
I don't know who
blaspheming.
you
No,
are,
stop,
bro,
stop,
and I really don't care. I'm gonna be
Can
honest
someone
with
put
you,
this
bro.
guy on mute? Put him on mute.
Yeah,
Put him on mute.
fantastic, wonderful. Wait, why are you
Bro,
screaming
just
for
go
me
on
to
mute,
get
bro.
muted,
Like,
bro?
you're doing my head in. We're
Probus,
trying to
yeah,
address
fantastic,
something that
wonderful.
Abu
Probus,
Nuri
So are
just
you
said.
gonna let me talk or
Probus,
nah, bro?
Probus, look, let's do this, Probus.
Are you gonna
Let's-
let me talk or
Probus,
no?
No. You already lost.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're scared. Because you're
I'm
dumb.
terrified. Okay, now
You
Probus.
really are.
Yeah, cool. Let's start over, Probus, and let's see if we can follow each other's arguments. Okay.
Fantastic, wonderful.
Just
now
before
look.
you do
Okay,
it,
now
before
look.
you do it.
Be
Hold on.
quiet,
Yeah,
Abu Nuri,
Christ.
Christ.
The
It
Shit.
wasn't.
Bible says.
Wait,
the
bro,
Bible
Probus, I'm
says
gonna
that
let you
the
get to it. Be
sun-
quiet.
Brother, the
Be
Bible says
quiet,
the sun is
Probus.
created after the
Probus.
after
Hold
the
on,
trees,
just
bro.
one
You might
second,
not want
I'm
to be
gonna
in
let
the
you get to your
conversation.
argument.
Probus, we're gonna reset.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna reset. Okay. In this
Now-
hadith, it appears that
Hold on,
Muhammad
hold on.
is talking.
Scary,
hold on, Christ,
scary.
Christ, hold on, please. I don't know how long
Okay,
I'm gonna
bro.
be able to have him be calm for. So let me just talk to him real quick. In this hadith, it appears as if Muhammad is talking to someone who has no idea where the sun goes when it sets, right?
Read it, please.
Hello?
Can you read it, please? You just keep making claims, bro. Just read the hadith.
Okay, hold on. Okay. The Prophet asked me at sunset, do you know where the sun goes at sunset? I replied, Allah and his apostle know best.
Mm-hmm.
Does this guy know where does he know where the sun sets?
What?
Oh my God. Thank you for subscribing, Barbie. Does this guy know where the sun sets?
I think that's a foolish question. He said Allah knows best. If he says Allah knows best, that means that he's not giving an
and we can take that to mean that he doesn't know, right, brother?
That's your assumption.
All right. This is how are we
He's
supposed to
gonna
have a
drop me.
Abu, can you talk to your brother, please? How are we supposed to have a conversation like this?
Fantastic, wonderful. Are you going to talk about the polarity?
I can't even when somebody usually, I don't know about you, but usually when I talk to Muslim people and when they say Allah knows best, that usually means I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's literally the answer I
Okay.
just gave.
That's correct. They say Allah Alam. In Arabic,
Christ,
they say Allah
you
Alam.
might not want to jump in this conversation again. The Bible says that the sun was created after the trees. This guy's an atheist, so you might not want to get involved here.
Brother,
I don't know how you
we are
can
not-
friends with
bro,
him, but that's what
listen
Bible
to me,
jumping
bro.
in.
The guy is not a Christian. The guy is not a Christian.
I don't care. I'm
You're
talking to
trying
you.
to-
You're the one that's jumping in, brother.
Yo, Christ is going. Don't you
he's
believe
trying
that
to
Joshua
listen.
stopped the
He
sun?
is trying to have a decent conversation with you, and you
Yeah,
keep trying
Christ,
to press
I don't-
him and say,
again,
"Read
I don't know who
read it
you are, I
properly,
don't care
read it
about
Like
properly."
Probus, we're
Just
having
have
to
it
argue
engaged,
about
bro.
like we can't even agree on this. Like the guy's saying I don't know, bro. That's what he's saying. Am I misunderstanding something?
Exactly. He doesn't know the answer.
He doesn't know the
So
answer.
whether
right?
or not he knows quote unquote
okay, no
brother,
problem.
whether or not he
Let's-
knows where the
okay,
quote unquote
cool.
sun sets,
No problem.
That's
no
that's
problem.
your interpolation. So he doesn't know the information of the information that the guy asked.
Okay, so it's your opinion that he does know, but he's just saying Allah knows best for no reason.
No, like that. I explained very clearly what I just said. He doesn't know the information. I never said that he knows something. Like, what are you
Okay,
talking about?
so it looks to me like he doesn't know, and it looks to me like if the Prophet Muhammad really wants to tell him something that he doesn't know, right? So, what did people believe about the sun in 7th century Arabia?
You inform me because you're the one making the claim, brother.
Okay, they believed in a flat Earth, geocentric model.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. In a flat Earth geocentric model, the Earth is stationary and the sun moves around the Earth.
Is that your presumption that the Prophet Muhammad SAW believes in that?
Not yet. We didn't get there. Right now, I'm just talking about what
Okay.
anybody
So
would believe.
I'm
talking about-
hoping that if that's what you believe that he said, I would hope that you would show evidence for that rather than presuming.
What
But
I'm going to
continue.
ask you now is, did Muhammad say anything to disprove that theory?
I don't know why he would have to.
Or did he, or does what he say align with that theory?
Again, like I said, I don't know why we'd have
So
to take
let's
a
see.
step.
Let's take a look.
Hold on.
So
No,
let's
real-
take a
real
look.
fast, if you
So
don't
in
mind.
a geocentric model, The Earth is staying still while the sun is moving around, and that's what's causing sunsets and sunrises. Now let's see what Muhammad answers. I replied, Allah and His Apostle knows best. Allah's Apostle Muhammad said, it travels till it prostrates itself underneath the throne.
Okay.
Is this in
And
line
where's
with
the throne, brother?
Is this in line with a geocentric model?
This is stupid, brother.
Okay.
Scary,
The throne, where's the
interject, please?
throne?
Can I
Where's
just say
the
one thing,
throne in
Scary?
Islam, bro?
Can I say one thing?
Like this is a
Hold on,
very
no,
difficult.
everybody, do not let him out.
But Scary, can I just add one point?
Yes, word action. Just hold on, brother, please.
Okay.
So again, where's the
give him
throne?
2133. Surah 2133.
Brother,
so
we're
if-
not going anywhere. We have got him
yeah.
here. He
Look,
is in a
we can
headlock
stay-
right
yeah,
now.
we can stay right here.
He's
This is
in
really
a
low.
super headlock. Okay.
Me in a
Is-
headlock? Okay.
Is he saying anything that goes against the geocentric model?
He doesn't say anything that's for the geocentric model.
Exactly.
When he
That's
says-
I agree with that. Yeah.
When he says that the sun goes and moves, is that
He said it
contrary?
prostrate. He said it prostrates beneath the throne.
No
Where's the throne?
problem. Is this
Uh-huh.
contrary? Just tell me which part is contrary.
It's neither contrary nor
It's
pro.
super-
the
It's
geocentric
pro
model.
because from
No,
a
it's not.
geocentric
You
model.
proved that.
No,
Brother,
I didn't
prove
just
that.
prove that. If I was standing
No,
on
I
the
said
earth,
prove that.
if
I'm
I
saying
was,
you're making a claim.
if I was standing on the earth as a
Uh-huh.
7th century Arabic person, it would look to me as if the sun is moving around the earth.
And what does that have to do with the geocentric model for that verse?
And when I'm talking to the prophet and I'm trying to figure out, okay, where does the sun go when it's setting? Muhammad is saying it goes until it goes under the throne.
And where's the throne?
According to this, it seems to be. Why
You're
are
a
you
low
laughing
tier
already?
hell, man.
Why are you laughing already? I'm giving you the answer. It's under
Yeah,
the
where's
earth.
the throne?
Under the earth.
Under the earth?
Huh?
Yep, that's what
Where
it
the
looks
hell
like.
did you get that from?
That's
Come
what
on,
it looks
man.
like. Where
Hey,
else would it
man.
be? Hold on. Where else would it be? Where else would it be? Explain.
Hey, man.
Explain. I know it sounds crazy as hell, but according to this hadith, that's what I'm gathering. Because he's saying,
Come on,
where
man.
does the sun go when it sets? So from a
Yeah,
geocentric flat Earth model, if this is the Earth, right? If this is the Earth, this is the Earth, and the sun is doing
Guy's low
this.
tier as
and,
hell.
show me where.
Okay. Hey,
If
here,
this is
Scary,
the
Scary.
earth-
Wait,
This is
word,
the
hold
earth.
on, please. Just hold on, word.
Word, are you playing?
Well,
are
because
you
20
playing the
no, that's
Quran
not-
right now? Who's playing the
Who's playing
Quran?
this?
That's
that
Christ
me?
is Lord that's playing that.
I'm
That
playing
ain't
the
me,
Quran.
bro. I'm not a Muslim.
My bad, word. Come back up.
Allahu Akbar.
Allah. Look, Steve, that's Allah telling you that you dumb as hell.
Wow.
That's Allah
the
telling
Quran
you
just
that you
came
couldn't
out of my
help
soul,
yourself,
man. The Quran just came to convict me real quick. Hold on a second.
Yeah, fantastic,
All
wonderful.
right, let's look.
Hey,
Yeah,
I've
so the
been on my
throne-
panel
What I'm
2 or 3
seeing,
times.
look,
I
what I'm
never
seeing,
muted
look,
you
look,
or
again,
dropped you once, bro.
look, my bad.
You're not showing the same amount of
Word,
respect,
is that
bro.
no word? It was that when I heard the
I
Quran.
never dropped you once,
Oh my
bro.
God, word! I didn't mean to do that. When the Quran started
You dropped
reading,
me, man. What for?
Listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm explaining to you. When I started hearing the Quran, I looked at your icon and it was doing the little thing. So I thought it was coming from you. That's fine. Don't worry. It wasn't you. My bad.
I'm owed an apology.
I apologize, word. Okay, look.
Thank you. So I want to say that 2133 says, and it is he who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, all in an orbit are swimming. So your ideology or narrative that it's a flat earth is not applicable because the Quran, the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam already knew that the sun and the moon all are in an orbit and are swimming.
Yeah, so he thinks that the sun's orbit causes the sun and the night and day, and that's wrong. Okay, so look, this is what I'm saying.
Wait, just
According-
word. Just hold on. Please
Just
let me
listen to
finish.
what I'm saying, please. I need you guys to understand this hadith, okay? This is what I'm seeing. He's describing a flat earth geocentric model. The earth would look something like this. People are only on top of it, and therefore they do not know what's happening to the sun when it goes underneath. That's what it looks like he's describing.
Fantastic, wonderful. Wait, so the verse says that it prostrates under the throne. In Islam, the throne is under the seventh heaven. And the seventh heaven is beyond the stars, long beyond the stars.
I would disagree.
So
Abu, Abu, wait,
everything-
Abu, he
So
just said that.
everything.
Let's confirm.
Fantastic,
Hold on,
wonderful. I was
Abu.
in the middle of speaking, brother.
You're fine.
So
but it was hold on,
everything-
Abu. Do you
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
the?
fantastic,
Do you believe?
wonderful.
Hold on, Abu.
So
do you believe the throne is under?
everything-
Hold on. Do you believe the throne is under the seventh heaven, Abu? Just to be clear.
Nah,
What?
it was a slip of
I
the
never
tongue.
said
Jimmy.
that.
Yeah, it was
You
a
just
slip
said
of the
that.
tongue.
the seventh heaven.
You
It was a
just
slip
said
of the
that.
tongue. That's why he
Okay,
just said it was a
okay,
slip of the tongue.
okay,
He meant to say
okay.
above.
Okay, above. No problem. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. If you weren't jumping in and trying to talk over people every 3
You
seconds,
said
your
something
ears,
that was
you would be
factually
able to
wrong, and I just
hear.
helped you not
You would be able to
commit
hear.
a
Fantastic,
sin in your own
wonderful.
religion. So thank me.
Fantastic, wonderful.
Go for
I
it.
mean, if the only thing that you can argue is somebody
Brother,
saying something.
brother, look, we're having a
Or
very
something, bro.
specific conversation. I need your language.
Yeah,
to be
and
precise.
you're very specifically
okay.
wrong.
Go.
But in
It's
any
above.
case-
Okay, it's above the seventh
So
heaven. What's
yeah,
the problem?
fantastic, wonderful. It's
Yeah.
above the seventh heaven. Is the seventh
how does the
heaven
sun get
anywhere? Fantastic, wonderful. What? Where does it say
How does
anything
the
about
sun? If the throne
What?
is above, if the throne is above the seventh heaven, which I'm assuming means that's outside of creation, how
You're
does
just
the sun,
saying stuff, bro.
How does the sun get there? And when does it get there?
Where does it say that the sun is there? It says that
it goes. It
prostrates
goes and it prostrates
under-
underneath it. Yeah. At
Yeah,
what
it prostrates
time?
underneath.
Okay.
it.
At
Wait,
what time
wait,
of the?
wait, hold on, wait. Let me
Yeah,
see it. Let me
at
see
what-
how. Let me see if you're smart, bro.
At what time
Fantastic,
of the day?
wonderful.
At what time of the day does this happen, brother?
Let me see how smart you are.
Tell me
If the
at
Earth-
what
if the
time
Earth-
of the
Fantastic,
day
wonderful.
does
Are you
this
gonna let me speak or not,
happen?
bro?
Hey,
Because
you know
Scary,
your bar, your bar
I'm out,
mouth.
Scary.
is
I
saying,
appreciate
peace
So
out,
you.
brother.
fantastic, wonderful.
I'm
You know your
out.
barbecue.
Peace
Have a good
out.
one,
Peace
brother.
out.
So,
At what
in
time,
any
brother?
case-
Peace out. At what time does it say
Yeah,
this
it's
happen? When
fantastic,
does
wonderful.
this
It's a
happen?
stupid question. So if you let me actually
Now, please
speak,
give me the answer. At what time of the
Fantastic,
day does this
wonderful.
happen? Go ahead.
at all times of the day, the sun is under the throne. And you want to know why? At all times of the day, the sun's
Look at
under
how
the throne.
you guys are literally
Because
going
every
against your
single
own
thing-
hadith. You're going
Okay,
against your own
fantastic.
hadith when Muhammad is telling you this only happens at sunset. Do you hear how
Fantastic.
crazy you are?
So you can just
now,
keep talking over,
at the
bro.
very least, you're a jahil. At the very least,
Okay.
there's probably worse things that you could be called right now, but at the very least, you're a
Actually
jahil.
argue.
It's
You can't
scary
actually
hour.
argue,
It's scary.
and
Oh,
you're
real,
just
hold on,
talking
bro,
over
but
the
real
whole time.
fast. Scary hour. I got two things. The first one, are you trying to insinuate that there's one sunset on Earth?
There's not. That's my problem with this hadith. This hadith thinks there is.
So what's
doesn't
wrong
know
with
science.
what's wrong with Probus's answer?
What do you mean what's wrong with Probus' answer? He's saying that this happens at all times. Muhammad is saying this only happens at sunset. And he
Sunset
thinks-
for who?
That's the point. Muhammad didn't realize that there's
This
always a
guy's
sun setting at all
That's your,
times.
but
He's
I got
stupid.
you. But that's your conclusion. So if he says it happens at sunset, it doesn't seem that the brother's answer would have been out of the norm of what the prophet
He
said.
might, wait, but he might
Hold on,
actually
but
be
real fast,
dumb.
hold on, I got the
Missing
chance.
something.
This is
But
wild.
real
might actually
fast,
be
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. But this
Wait,
real
but
fast,
hold
there's
on.
something.
If I could
Hold on, real
actually-
fast.
Abu, no,
Yeah.
because at least you're being somewhat honest, Abu. But if that was the case, right? If this was always happening, then why would Allah or Muhammad use this language?
Yeah. So in any case, like I was trying to say, if the sun, if
If-
all
if it-
things
if it's,
are,
if it's,
yeah,
you
why
get
are
what
you
I'm saying,
talking
right,
over
Abu?
me? Bro?
If this was
Why are you
something
talking
that
over
was,
me?
if this was something
Why are
that
you
was
talking over me, bro?
If this was because you're speaking irrelevant stuff. If this was indistinguishable, right? Within
Yeah.
time,
Every time I open my mouth, you just
Yeah, yeah.
speak over me because you're
Bro, but
scared.
just chill.
So in any
Just
case,
chill,
like I was trying to say, bro.
Chill. We're trying to get somewhere. If this was
Yeah,
indistinguishable,
we're trying to get somewhere because you just keep talking
if
over.
Oh, probably. You know you're wrong. You know you're baked. You can. I can.
I'm
I
not
can-
baked. I've
like
not
you're
been
literally
baked the same
sweating
time.
right
You're
now.
just talking
okay.
over, bro.
Okay.
Not
Abu, if this was something that was indistinguishable within time, Muhammad wouldn't be speaking like this, right?
I'm about to say what I will say is he's speaking for his own time specifically, and what he said so far wouldn't be out of the norm of reality.
No.
So at least for his own.
Brother,
What?
please do not force me into Probus's mindset right now. Like I'm talking about what was Muhammad's mindset. Muhammad seems to think that this happens
Abu.
at specific times.
If he's gonna just keep talking over me,
And-
just don't
and
address.
he seems to think that that this is
Yeah, that-
distinguishable within time. That's why he's making
Hey,
those comments.
now I know that you're asking me this, but remember I had two things I was trying to say. There's
Yeah,
one
so-
very piece of important information. Can you accept it? I'm gonna be quiet.
Sure, what?
Allah says in the Quran, chapter 39, verse 5, He says, Yukawiru layla ala nahar. The word yukawiru makes it so we know for definite the earth is not flat. This means that it is round. That's the meaning of this word.
My take on anything that would be
No,
said by the
no,
Quran
no,
is
but
that
he
the
also
Quran.
says,
hold on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
no,
Christ,
he also says,
Christ.
No, you got to press
Christ.
him on that because it also says
Don't
that
worry,
the earth
don't
is
worry,
flat
don't worry.
like
We don't have
carpet.
to. It's not that deep. My take is that the Quran and this hadith are contradicting each other.
All right, man. There's a lot of guesswork going on to
You're
make
just
this
saying a
point
bunch of
fly,
stuff,
man.
bro.
How is that
You
guesswork
just
when
saying
the
stuff.
hadith, we can't trace the hadith before 300 or 200 years or so
Saying
after the
stuff.
Quran?
Who told you that?
So,
What do you mean?
200
yeah, fantastic.
What's the oldest manuscript that we have of this hadith on the screen?
The oldest manuscript of this
Yeah.
specific hadith on the screen? I'm not sure.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's like at least at the minimum 100 years later.
Yeah, so the first compilation of hadith is 2 generations after the prophet, bro.
Okay?
Yeah, so he's right. It's between 170 to 250 max.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the earliest
You don't like
collection
the-
we have is
So there's
2
nothing
generations
telling
later.
me- So there's nothing telling me that there just weren't maybe 2 different authors or whatever. I could just go with that.
This is an assumption, though. You do admit that. Can you at least admit that these are your assumptions?
I mean, it's an assumption based off of the facts, though. It's
No, you
Where
can't
are
say
the
based
facts?
off the. What do you mean assumption based off the?
Yeah, where
what
are
do
the
you mean,
facts? I'm
man?
still waiting on the
What do you
facts.
mean?
You're just pulling stuff
What
out
do
of
you
your
mean,
booty cheek.
man?
yeah, it's an
You're just
educated,
you're just
Educated
coping,
guess.
it's an educated guess. Yeah, I'm looking at what,
Educated guess.
So you would agree with me, Abu Nuri, that the reason why you brought up that Quran verse is because you want to contradict what this hadith is apparently saying, right?
No, the reason that I brought this up is because you're using a flat Earth model, and now you're using the flat Earth model to look at the hadith. I'm showing you that you need to first change your model,
Brother.
then look
what-
at the hadith.
Why? What? If I just look at the hadith, right? Because again, I'm judging the hadith on its own.
Mhm.
What about this hadith makes me want to change my model?
About it being a flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the sun prostrating at the sunset doesn't imply that the Earth is flat.
I know it doesn't.
So you're just
but-
making that assumption.
I know it doesn't, but the only reason my assumption comes from the fact that Muhammad would not be able to assume people couldn't see the sun at all times unless it was a flat Earth model.
No, but see, that doesn't make sense because I'm giving you
That
the
doesn't even
round
make
Earth
basic
model
common
and
sense.
affirming the same hadith.
Listen to hear what I'm saying again. If Muhammad would know that that he was living on a globe and that there were people on every side of the globe that could see the Earth at all times, he would not be asking them if they knew where the sun went at sunset. That question would be incoherent if he lived on a globe and he knew that. The only scenario where a question like that becomes relevant is if he thought he lived on a flat Earth where people only live on one side of it and that they have no idea what happens on the other side.
And actually, you're referring to this hadith. You're referring to the hadith. I could have sworn that.
Is there any reason why we are? Is there any reason why we
you
are
pulled
discussing
that
a
hadith up real
metaphysical
fast.
event?
Abu, I'm gonna ask you a quick question.
Is there
real
any
quick,
reason
Abu.
why we are discussing a metaphysical event? Like, don't you have something better to discuss on the
Esoteric, go
Quran?
cry somewhere else, dude.
Yeah, so Abu, I'm gonna ask
I
you this real
debated him
quick.
earlier today. Scary. He
Christ,
bottled.
why does it every time that I open my mouth, either you or the
Not
host talks
everyone
over me?
talking, bro. Don't have a whinge,
Yeah,
man.
fantastic, wonderful, bro.
wonderful. That's how I
Like you're
respond
just
to you.
scared, bro. You're just
Fantastic, wonderful.
terrified. Especially,
Fantastic,
you're
wonderful.
especially terrified to know because your Bible says all this stuff, bro.
Hey, I'm
that he's
fantastic.
fantastic. Your Bible says all.
listen to me. As a
So,
person,
in any case-
as a person who thinks that
Uh-huh.
you guys are all believing in fairy tales, this is the clip of the century right now.
Fantastic, wonderful.
Right.
That's why you
Just-
don't want to let me talk.
So
actually.
Fantastic,
like,
wonderful.
You just keep
please
talking
try
over.
to like fix this clip for yourself. Don't worry about what other people
Fantastic,
believe.
wonderful. Hey, man, I'm gonna be honest. Everybody here sees that you're disingenuous as all hell. Nobody
Fantastic,
thinks that you're
wonderful.
being genuine. But in any
Fantastic,
case,
wonderful.
Abu, I'm gonna ask you a quick question. Where is the seventh heaven?
Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, you guys are asking Abu. Yeah, Abu. Go ahead. You guys have.
So where's the seventh heaven?
Yes.
I really don't know how to answer that. It's like the highest heaven.
Okay, and the seventh heaven is in all directions up, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
Fantastic. So every single thing is below the seventh heaven except for Allah, right?
I would agree.
So then it would be accurate to say that no matter where the sun is, it is always under the throne, right?
I would agree with that. Yes.
Fantastic,
I
wonderful.
would agree with you also. So now, why didn't Muhammad know that in this hadith?
If everything is under the seventh heaven, you absolute idiot. If everything is under the seventh heaven, then that means the sun is under the seventh heaven. You bone. Oh, you're. Ooh. Absolute dumbass.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Just
Yo,
walked
Abu,
into it,
Abu,
bro.
like, come on, man. Come on,
Abu,
man.
he just
Yeah,
walked
bro.
into that. You know that, right?
That's me in the corner, bro. Get yourself out the corner, bro.
Why do
He
you
just
think we're in
walked
the
into that.
corner, bro?
Abu,
we don't have
Abu,
a
he
problem
just-
with
hold
any of this.
Abu, he just walked into that, and you know he did. You can admit that.
Get yourself out the corner, Probus.
Hey, man, we don't have a
Alright.
problem with any of this, bro.
All right. Can I ask Abu a question? I want to ask Abu a question. I just want to see his response to this, because like this has gone on further than what it is. Abu, I have a question for you.
Hey, before
You know-
you ask me a question, you need to go read Joshua chapter 10, verse 12 and 13.
And then I want to
You
read.
need to. You need to.
Before you
shut
ask
your
me
mouth.
anything, you need to go read Joshua
Yo,
chapter
did
10,
trying to jump
verse
in,
12 and
dude.
13, sir.
I just want this question answered. I just want this question answered. Do you believe in the
Did
flood?
Joshua
As a
stop
Muslim,
the
do you
sun?
believe in the flood?
You said, do we believe in the flood?
Yeah, correct.
You talking about the flood of Noah?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
You believe it? You believe in that flood, right?
Yeah, for sure. Do you believe in Joshua chapter 10,
No,
verse
no,
12 and
I'm
13?
not done with a lot of questions, but here's my question about the flood.
So are you gonna address what I
Noah
said or
take
no?
his children? Hold on, did Noah
So are
take
you
his
gonna
children?
address what I said or no, though?
Brother, fantastic, wonderful. That's my response to you.
Yeah,
Abu
hey,
Nuri.
man. Yeah, Joshua
Is
10:13.
the
Beautiful,
flood-
Hey,
is-
Christ, you can't be
So,
joking like
Joshua,
that,
yeah,
bro. We supposed to be the ones in the corner,
Joshua-
bro. Christ
Joshua
already
10:13.
pressed out.
Yes, the host. Are you gonna address what I said or no, bro?
Fantastic, wonderful. One second.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Joshua 10:13. So are you gonna address what I said or no?
Hell nah, he ain't gonna address that.
Because you just got fucking fried, bro. You got
Let's
fried
address
like
it. Let's
hell.
address it. Let's address it. I thought it was already addressing itself, but I guess not. All right.
Fantastic.
My
Go ahead.
argument-
Bro,
And
these,
My
these
argument-
Christians in a worse spot.
My argument is that Muhammad did not
Uh-huh.
know. Muhammad is the one who didn't know what you just said. That's the argument.
prove
If
that.
if
You're
if
just
the
making
earth,
a
think
claim.
about it.
Prove that.
Let me go further, right? If everything is always under Allah's throne, then
Uh-huh.
why is Muhammad saying that the sun only goes under Allah's throne at sunset?
What? Where
Just
does
real,
it say
just
that?
just real
It doesn't
fast.
say that.
Hey, hold on. Just real fast. It goes under under the throne to do what exactly?
To prostrate.
All right, Allah says in Surah Al-Hajj, because remember, you were saying that the Quran and the Hadith are contradictory. So Allah says in Surah Al-Hajj, verse 18, that the sun prostrates. It's clear. So Allah says in the Quran that all inanimate objects prostrate to Allah. So in what
Yeah,
form
I'm
do they
not-
prostrate to Allah?
I'm not having an
yeah,
issue. I'm not having an issue with
You
the
gotta-
fact that it
you-
prostrates. I'm having an issue with
I got
when.
you.
When does it prostrate? That's the question.
Where does it say that it only?
I was about to say actually the brother Esau is actually hitting on something like it's really job metaphysical, man. So maybe the sun has its own prayer times, man. Maybe it has like Isha and Dur.
Well, I mean, honestly, I was just reading. Well,
Why
Abu,
not?
I was
Why
really
not?
just. Wait, hold on 1 second, Abu. I was reading just a second ago.
This is
The Quran explicitly says that all things in creation submit to Allah. By the way,
Hey, I
Abu.
know,
So that
brother.
being
But
said,
the thing is
all
that you
things-
guys are talking about a constant thing
my
that
God,
never
this
stops
guy's a
happening. And Muhammad is not.
This guy's a
Muhammad is talking about something that happens every
Show me where
day
it says
at 5
only,
p.m., brother. Like you see
Okay,
how
can you
that's
show me
different?
where it says only, brother?
He literally says 5 p.m. right
Can you
here.
show
Like,
me
in
the
the
word-
verse, it
brother,
says
can you
5
show me-
p.m.
can you
Standard
show me the
Arabian
brother-
time. Like he's
brother,
literally talking
can
about
you show
standard
me-
Arabian time at that. That's
Brother,
the part I
can you
don't get.
show me?
What,
Can you
what
show me
time
where
do
it
they
says?
practice in Saudi
Fantastic,
Arabia?
wonderful,
Is it
brother.
standard
So
Arabian time?
you can just keep yapping over, but again, can you show me where it says only? Because you're just reading that into the text.
Do you know where the sun sets goes at sun? Do you know where the sun goes at sunset? That's where. It's
So wait, what does a parentheses mean? I know that you speak English,
it literally
brother.
says this in English
So-
right here.
Yeah, fantastic.
where-
What does
do
a
you know where-
parentheses mean, brother?
That means it's definitely part of the verse. So now
No,
it
that
says-
means it's not in the
do
text,
you,
brother.
Do you now? So then, what does he mean then?
That means that it's not in the
Okay.
text.
So when he says, "Do you know where the sun goes?" What does he mean?
Whatever he means by that question. It doesn't say the actual. It doesn't say the parentheses in the text, brother.
Okay. What does this mean right here? What does this mean? Till. What does it mean? Till. What does till mean? It goes until. What does that mean?
What? You just scrolled halfway down the page
It's
to
literally
a
the next-
word
it's
that
literally
doesn't.
it's literally the next sentence, brother. The sun goes.
Okay. How about you
until-
scroll back so I can look at the entire hadith instead of looking at it
It's
sentence
not-
by sentence?
It's not
bro?
that much, brother. Literally, it's right. It's not at the beginning.
It's not that much.
Don't say anything.
Like, can you just zoom out, please? so I can look at the verse?
Brother, there's nothing above this. The whole hadith is right here.
The whole hadith is that. Then why
Yes.
why were you able to scroll down for like a whole
Because it's
half
the
a page?
Arabic underneath it. Like, don't
No,
worry
it's
about
not.
that.
It's like you're
Real
literally
fast.
showing
Hey,
the
did
whole
Christ-
last
hey,
page
did
under
Christ
it. Like,
run
what are
away
you
with
talking
it?
about?
Oh, you
This
want to see the
real fast.
bottom?
Did Christ run
No,
away?
yeah, I didn't know you wanted to see the bottom.
Like,
You wanna
look,
see the
you
bottom
look,
of it?
such a disingenuous guy, bro. Everybody
Brother, I
is.
thought you were
looking
talking
at
about the top of it. If you're talking about the bottom, sure. Here's the bottom of it. What do you want to see?
Can you zoom out so I can see the whole hadith? Like, it's very easy to do, bro. You're showing one sentence and you're trying to isolate one word at a time in one sentence because you know
There's
that you
the
can
whole
actually
hadith
argue.
on the screen, brother.
Fantastic, wonderful. Let's see here. On just throne till it itself underneath the throne. Okay, where does it say anything about it being a specific thing in time? Still not
And
seeing
it says
that.
till.
Yeah, till can mean literally any future event.
Correct, which means not currently.
Fantastic wonder. What? That's stupid. Are all things happening
Oh, this guy's
concurrently?
having
What are
a
you talking
malfunction.
about?
He's malfunctioning right now.
Not currently. What does not currently mean, bro?
When you said in
How
the
is there
future,
any sort of possible not current?
You just said this is what happens in the future.
It happens in the future. I think I might have to give you a lesson on how time works.
This guy thinks
When you're talking to me right now, are you talking to
this
me
guy
in time?
literally- He thinks he's cooking right
No,
Yes,
you
brother.
think you're cooking, brother.
now. Alhamdulillah, brother. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, so fantastic, wonderful. So when you're opening your mouth to speak, are you doing that currently or are you doing that in the future?
Brother, according to this, is there a time
Just
where
answer the
sun-
question, bro. I don't
there-
need you to according to anything. Just answer the question.
Brother, listen, I don't even know like what I don't even know what you're thinking right now. So like let me just
Okay,
finish what I'm
fantastic,
saying.
wonderful.
It says
Because
here,
you just said something stupid that
he
was
says
meaningless.
here, he says that the sun goes until it
Are you gonna answer my
prostrates.
question or no,
Okay,
brother?
So what
Uh-huh.
is the sun doing before it prostrates?
If the sun is always prostrating,
Okay.
the sun in
That's
the
not-
future
that-
is
that-
always
that's not in
prostrating.
the hadith. It's not in the hadith.
What? Yeah, neither is your interpretation, bro. You're trying to force your dumbass interpretation and you're getting bait.
Do you guys feel like that? Does anybody who else feels like I'm getting baked right now? I just want to hear a consensus in the room. Who else feels that way?
Man, it seemed like the belt boy done lost his belt, man. I don't know what's going on,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie, Paint. You a whole Christian,
I
bro.
don't know what's wrong with him.
Just sit in the comments.
Hey,
Just sit in the comments, bro.
It's scary, man. Go easy on him, scary. Go
It's
easy,
just like
man.
this is just you know.
You're
Look,
cooking,
guys, I
Scary.
get it. Look,
You're
I
cooking
get
as
it.
hell.
I understand, guys, that this is hard. This is awkward. I'm sure it's awkward. You guys probably want to leave, but you guys don't want to
No,
leave because you're like
I'm
they're gonna think
fine.
I'm gonna run. I get it. It's hard. It's really not working out. But this is where we're at. So I know you're not gonna admit it live on screen right now, but maybe tonight when you go think about it, I know you're gonna sit there and say, "Yeah, I was definitely wrong. I was definitely lying. He was definitely right."
You've just been saying a bunch of yappage the entire time.
This is just obvious. This is obvious that Muhammad, at least in this hadith,
Hold
thought
Yeah.
that the sun prostrates at certain times of the day and other times it's not prostrating. That's what Muhammad thought.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
believe
real
me.
fast. Hey, no problem. So just real fast. Hey, hold on real fast if you don't, because I'm ready about to go to the store, man. I was actually been supposed to go. I was gonna say so. Two things I wanted to say. The first one is I've already shown you from the clear Arabic language of the Quran that the sun is definitely, the earth is definitely round. The second thing that I wanted to say is if you would like to hear what our scholars say about this matter, I have it pulled up. If we didn't know an answer, we just
Like
go
I
ask
said,
about
I've
it.
been
There's
saying
no
this
need to
earlier.
lie.
I've been saying this earlier, Abu. I've been taking applications for people who want to become Quran only Muslims all day. So if that's you, let me know. We're taking.
I could have swore I just said.
We're definitely taking applications. Quran only Muslims sign up. If you think that the hadith.
Hey, hold on.
is
Hey, it's
contradicting-
scary. It's scary. Why you trying to carry me right now, bro? Why you trying to play me, bro?
I'm sorry.
That about says I just affirmed the hadith earlier.
Man, you see what that say, man?
I think this is contradicting.
Hey, wait, can you read what that says, please?
Hmm?
Can you read what this says?
Magistratum, scientiate.
Yeah, fantastic, wonderful. So some random guy on TikTok is gonna tell me how science works. Fantastic, wonderful.
Brother, the problem here is that I know you know better, dude. That's the problem here. I know you know
No,
better.
I
and
know
I
that
know
you're
that you're
full of-
not
you're
lying to
full of
me.
bullets, bro.
You're not lying to me. You're lying to yourself right now.
Fantastic, wonderful, bro. You can keep shouting over because you know that you lack knowledge.
You don't know what that
That's
is.
why
man.
you
Go
don't
ahead and
wanna
show
let
the
me
whole full
speak.
thing. You don't know what that is.
Hey, hold on. Hey, 3 Pen. Hey, Refaz, let me read what the ulama says very quickly, if you don't mind, and then I'll take my leave. Is that okay?
I
Go
don't
ahead,
care
go
what
ahead.
it says, man.
All right, so Ibn Taymiyyah. So Ibn Taymiyyah said the heavenly bodies are round, according to the Muslim scholars among the Sahaba and those who follow them in guidance. This is also proven from them with isnads mentioned in their appropriate places. Right. So in regards to this hadith's meaning, it says, first be aware that the hadith doesn't say that the sun is prostrating at sunset. Hold on, let me read that again. First, be aware that the hadith doesn't say that the sun is prostrating at sunset, but underneath the throne. So this normally should end the misunderstanding of the day and night manner. So maybe we need a reference to Arabic language here to see what's going on with this translation. Secondly, the scholars have many opinions on the prostration itself. Some say that the prostration, that the sun is prostrating all along in each position it takes during her rotation. Some say it prostrates once a year. There are also some or more or less explanations. Scholars have different opinions about the appointed term. Some says that this end or will be in the end of the dunya, so they'll be on the last day. About the verse 36, 38, some scholars quote Kira al-Saddah from Ibn Abbas and Ibn Masud, which says it has no appointed term, and they're giving Quran verses from the different Qira'at. So anyway, so there's a plethora of explanation from the ulama.
Yeah, so it's basically the Trinity. I get it. I know. That's always
So,
been my position.
so what's the interpretation?
This is the
you
Islamic
keep-
Trinity.
You
This is
keep,
the
hey
Islamic
bro,
Trinity.
you keep trying to carry me, bro. You got
What's up, bro? You literally just
I
saying
mean,
stuff.
this is the Islamic Trinity. This is the and
You're
it cannot
just
get any
talking.
worse than this. You just gave me 4 or 5 different opinions from your own scholars who can't agree.
He gave you like
Some say this
100
happens
of them.
once a year. Some say this hasn't happened yet. Some say it's the Trinity.
What do you think scholars do, bro? What do
I
you
get
think they
it,
do?
but I just don't want to ever hear a Muslim say that the Trinity doesn't make any sense because neither does this.
You said neither did it.
You're just saying
What do you
stuff,
mean,
bro.
bro?
You just
Well, the
saying
difference
stuff.
is the
How is
Trinity
the
is the
literally just
foundation.
How
Bro,
is the Trinity comparable to this? They say that's
You're
a
going
mystery
to
with no
talking
answer, and you're getting multiple answers from us. How is it even analogous?
You get multiple answers that don't line up with each other.
Exactly. Exactly.
What are you talking
Hey,
about?
hey, three
What
ball.
are
You
you
need to go
talking
read.
about?
Hey, hold on, three
So
ball. You
which
need to
one
go
of these
read
scholars
Joshua 10 and 12.
which one of these
Hey,
scholars are getting their
hold on,
information
don't
from?
manifest.
And
Hey,
which
why are you
hadith
screaming?
Hold on,
or
guys.
Hey,
and
why
what
are you
sahaba are
screaming,
they
bro?
getting it
Hold
from?
Why are
on,
you
Like
guys.
which
screaming,
one
bro?
is
Guys, look,
revelation?
Why are
We
you
don't
screaming
know.
over? Why are you
We
screaming
don't know.
over?
Guys, look. Hold on. Look, I'll say
And why are you?
I'll say
why are you
something.
screaming
Look,
over?
because this is where it's gonna get out of hand. All right, Abu. Look,
Chill.
you know what I have to say about you that you didn't even have to read that, but you read every single part of it honestly, and I just want to say I commend you for that because I'm pretty sure when you saw the part where it says some scholars say this happens at the end, some scholars say it happened every year, that would make my position right. You know that. You knew that and you read it anyway. So what's up, Destroyer?
They don't even know. They just pulling answers out of thin air and just put it on paper and saying this is what this scholar. They don't even know.
Paintball, you
Yeah,
are
so
Let him
three
finish.
ball.
Let him finish.
Hey,
Let him
Zeke,
finish
calm
because when I
down.
say what I want to say, I don't want him to yap. So let him finish.
No, go ahead.
Man, you ain't gotta say nothing, man.
Look at it. Don't be scared now. Are you done, bro? Yeah. Before you, a Christian, come up
What
here
are
and
we
say
scared of?
anything, I'll wait for you to be finished. Are you
I'll
done?
wait for you to be finished. You the
All right.
Muslim.
Thank you. No problem.
I'll come after you and
Before,
correct you.
yeah, so before a
That's what
Christian
I'll
comes
do.
up here and says anything on this topic, you need to go read Joshua chapter 10, verse 13, that the sun and the moon stood still over Ajalon and Gabon for 24 hours. Get the hell up out of here, Christian.
Okay. What's your answer to what I said? Now, okay, now what?
You ain't said nothing. And deal with that.
You don't got an answer.
All right,
You don't got an
all right,
answer.
hold on.
I said,
Okay,
which
hold on.
interpretation do you take? That's the interpretation. You
All right,
don't,
guys,
you don't even
don't
have an
fight,
answer.
don't
You went to the
fight.
Bible.
Oh, you're asking me which specific
You went to the
interpretation
Bible.
I
I
take
asked you
in
which
regard. I'm trying
interpretation
to
you take.
answer, brother. Are you asking me which
All right,
specific interpretation
go
I
ahead.
take on this matter?
Probus, I
I
just
take
dropped
the.
you. Hold on, Probus, I just dropped
Come
you
on,
because I wanted to
Caleb.
hear from DK, but you could come back up in a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Abu.
No, you're fine. I did. I'll just answer this and I'll take my leave as well. My personal position is the position that I find leans closest to the Quran, and that's that the sun is always in prostration. That's my personal position.
All right.
What do
Probus,
you?
if you want to
That's
come back
that's
up, feel free. DK, did you want to say so? Oh, he left too. Okay.
Yeah, I
he said
appreciate
that's
you,
his
man. Hey,
personal
I
position.
appreciate you, man. You be trying to play me. I'm gonna get my get back though,
Nah,
G.
nah. Abu, listen. I know if this was the other way around, you would dunk on me as hard as you could. So it's all good. It's all
That's
good.
all good. Appreciate you for having me,
Take
bro.
care, bro. Take care. All right, let's see. No Muslims, huh? This is crazy.
Damn, he left.
Can I
What?
bring
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
What
wait,
bro.
my
pro black girl? Where he go?
I got a funny
Yeah.
hadith.
Hold on a second.
Do you want a funny hadith?
No,
Oh,
not
esoteric.
yet, not yet, not yet. Let's let
Bro,
this breathe.
esoteric is the lowest tier.
Let's let
Just
this
have fun.
breathe real quick. Let's let this breathe for a minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Destroy. Go ahead.
And I said esoteric is the lowest tier possible. You can have fun with it.
Yeah, it was. Oh, esoteric is. Yeah, I don't like talking to him because he
Yeah.
thinks the Quran is
Can
spiritual.
can I talk to Esoteric? Can I talk to?
Just wait, guys. Wait. We need to because something big just happened here. Okay, we just had like top. These are top debaters that we just had up here. These aren't like nobodies. Okay, and so if you just heard what the Muslim answer was to these problems that we're bringing up, and you were not satisfied with that, please understand you're never gonna get anything better than what you just heard. Okay. So when you go home and you go to sleep tonight and you think about that, I want you to not forget that this is the best of the best, okay? They're trying to tell you that when Muhammad is telling you that the sun prostrates at the end of every day, that means that the sun is always prostrating. That's what they. It's not me. This is them.
Yeah, the sun prostrates, the sun will go to hell, the sun will do a lot of things.
Yeah, and it's not even about the sun prostrating or not. It's when is this happening? That's the question. When is the sun prostrating according to Muhammad, and when is it prostrating according to 2026 Muslim Dawists? That's what you have to ask yourself. Do you think that what they're saying is agreeing with Muhammad or is it disagreeing?
Disagreeing. They don't.
Because if they're disagreeing with Muhammad, then we have a huge problem, and I think they call that shirk or something. What do they call it? What do they call it? Is that shirk too? I don't know what that is. What do you call it when you disagree? Is that kufar?
Yeah.
That's kind of kufarish right now. So we're upon kufar. We're knee deep. We're knee deep in kufar right now. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, don't forget, we got a Muslim taking his personal position, with no chain of narration or nothing that he got. He just got his own belief in it. You don't even know where he get it
One
from.
of the scholars, bro, the one I was trying to figure out is the scholar who says this happens once a year. Where does he get that from?
Right, exactly.
I'm like, yo, hold on.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe, dude. Like,
Hey, can I ask Esoteric a question now? I want to ask him.
but yeah, but
Can
hold
I
on,
first
man.
respond?
But like
Can I
everybody,
first-
I just want to make sure that we don't lose the significance of this moment. Okay, like we're all in agreement that this doesn't make any sense, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
There's also a sheikh that says, I think he quoted the Salaf, I'm not sure, but he says that the earth has to be flat because when Allah descends, he descends above the Kaaba. So if the earth was round, then Allah wouldn't be able to. Bro, anyway, man, the cosmology or whatever you call it, and Sunnis forget it.
It's a problem. It's a huge problem. Go ahead, Christ.
Thank you very much. Esoteric, when I was asking you questions earlier, when I said to you about Noah's 3 sons, do you remember that?
This done thing.
So you still owe me $500, bro. Because you got stuck on that question when I asked you when Allah sent the flood and one of his sons did not go along. One of his sons did not go along. Which one of those sons that is, according to your scholarly consension, it's Yam. which is Canaan.
Hold on, Christ. I'm sorry.
Which is Canaan, right?
Christ, I'm sorry. I get it. I know we want to. I want to bask in the glory of Islamic cosmology right now.
Oh no,
All right,
that was
can we-
damaging.
I want my
Bro.
500
Oh
bucks.
my
That's what I'm
God.
saying. I want my $500.
That was damaging.
Yeah, that was
That was
diabolical.
crazy. Abu Nori came up with his own position, ladies and gentlemen, with no chain in narration. He doesn't even have a chain in narration for his tasphere in the verse.
Yeah, now
Abu
you know
Nori
what's-
has his own tasphere.
let's hear how Esoteric answers it. Go ahead, Esoteric. It's your chance. Your opportunity now.
All right. So, does someone mind reading the hadith? The hadith is, and the meaning is pretty straightforward. One of the obvious meanings, as the tafsir says, is pretty straightforward. It doesn't talk about the time of the day. Does the hadith say a time of the day, or it repeats itself?
It does.
Or it says it goes toward its place of prostration. Can you read the hadith, please?
Yeah, it talks about the time of the day. We said this
Yeah, can you read the
70 times. I don't know how you didn't miss it or how you didn't catch it.
Yeah.
It says,
Can you read the hadith?
the prophet asked me at sunset, do you know where the sun goes? Right? At the time of sunset. I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it goes till it prostrates. This is important right here. You can try to negate everything else you want, but this word right here, you cannot negate. It says he goes until it prostrates. What does that mean, until it prostrates?
The Quran, the sun goes to the mustaqar.
Huh?
According to the Quran, the sun goes to the mustaqar.
Okay.
The Quran verse says
What's the mustaqar, bro?
it would likely coincide with what's called the solar apex. Ever heard of the solar apex before?
Like, can you get to your damn point? What are you trying to say to me right now, dude?
Well, about the solar apex is an astronomical point the sun runs towards at 20 kilometers per hour, and it was just recently discovered, and the sun goes towards that direction.
Okay. What's your point?
That's-
Are you thinking that? Hold on. All right, because now I think I get what you're saying. Are you thinking that this is talking about the course of the sun around the Milky Way galaxy?
As it keeps on moving, that's where it's going.
Okay, so just to be sure, please just answer me yes or no. Is this
Yes,
talking
yes,
about
yes.
the movement of the sun around the galaxy?
Yes, and it's
Okay.
moving steadily towards the solar apex.
Okay,
People
so
never knew
then,
the sun was
so
going
then
somewhere.
that means that it would have to relate to sunsets and sun risings.
No,
does
this hadith
the-
doesn't.
Yes, it does. Does the movement of the
doesn't.
sun, does the moving of the sunset and the sun rising have anything to do with the movement of the sun in its orbit in the Milky Way galaxy?
As it continues to move. In case
And
you don't.
brother, please stop trying to be slick. Just answer my question. Does the movement of the sun around the Milky Way galaxy have anything to do with what we perceive as a sunset or a sunrise?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Please explain to us what the movement of the sun around the Milky Way galaxy has to do with sunsets and sunrisings. Please explain.
If the sun movement is not correlated and with the Earth's movement, the Earth's rotation.
Brother, I'm
with its
not asking you that.
I'm just explaining it to you.
I'm not asking you what it's not. I'm asking you what it is.
As the sun moves.
How does the sun's orbit around the galaxy relate to what we perceive as a sunset or a sunrise? Please explain.
Well, two things. First of all, the hadith is talking about the sun's movement.
I'm
It
not
doesn't say
asking you that.
it's sunrise or sunset.
I already asked
But you
you.
have to find that in the
Okay,
hadith, though.
All right. Brother, just say you don't know, dude. Like, just be honest. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I specifically asked you if this hadith is talking about the movement of the orbit of the sun around the galaxy. You said yes already. So we're already there. So now I'm asking you, how does that specific movement have anything to do with what we perceive as a sunrise or a sunset?
What do you know about this movement of the sun? What do you know about it?
I know about as much as Muhammad did, apparently. I'm telling you, bro, like, I'm not gonna stop running this argument. This is worse than any other argument that I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is, man. You got him cornered on this one, man. I don't know.
I've never seen.
Where did you get this from, though? I gotta know. Like, that's crazy.
No, this is just what I mean. We read these things every day. I just think nobody ever cares to stop here and like really focus on it. I've heard plenty of you guys talk about this stuff. I just never heard anybody make a huge ass deal out of it. But this is ginormous. This is Allah doesn't know where the sun goes. Like, he can't explain. He didn't know that the sun.
And it's not only cosmology, it's also natural sciences. Did you know that Sunnis believe in contagious diseases?
Sunnis?
Yeah, no, it's going to shock you. Just bear with me. Sunnis believe in contagious diseases. Like, they believe that there's such a thing as a disease that is contagious.
Okay. What is that? Believing in the Quran?
No. That was good. Very good setup. Now I need a Sunni to come up and tell me why he believes in contagious diseases. It's crazy to me. Like, you know, they believe in HIV and all these things.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jerry, I still haven't given you my funny hadith, man.
I know, brother. It's because I get it. Everybody wants to, but I just don't want to run away from this because I like looking the videos later and having a consistent. You get what I'm saying? Especially this one, because this one was classic. This one was. We got Abu Nuri up here. We had these people up there debating on big stages. You know?
Don't you want like a funny hadith break?
Just say it. Go ahead, say it. What is it? You can read it if you want.
I can't because I got to switch over to my device.
All right, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'll get it.
Scary, I know what I said shocked you. You're like, wait, is he on my side or not? Don't worry.
That's why I'm not biting it.
Exactly. Just let it play out. So, Sunnis, can you come up and explain to me why you believe in contagious diseases? You're conspiracy theorists. You believe in COVID, you believe in HIV, you believe in the flu, all of these contagious diseases. Why do you believe in them?
What's up, Frank?
Hey, you going, guys? Love what you do. I just want a quick question. Is there somewhere in the Hadith of the Quran that says that the sun appears to him setting in a spring of murky water or something like that?
There is one of those also. Yep. We didn't even get.
How do they sort of justify that?
That one's right here. So this is another one. And this is how it gets, because this just gets funnier and funnier, right? Not only does the sun somehow leave creation to make it all the way to where Allah's throne is above the seventh heaven, but there's water there also. So I was sitting behind the messenger of Allah who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, "Do you know where this sets?" I replied, "Allah and his apostle know best." He said, "It sets in a spring of warm water." This is real. This actually happens.
And Frank, you know why they say this, by the way. Like, this is a twofold issue. One, because of the cosmology of it. And second, because it's actually plagiarism from a fable, a legend.
Yeah,
at the time.
The Alexander, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's a twofold issue.
Shit. Has this ever been raised in debates with sort of serious apologetics, or because I haven't heard this debate before? It's quite interesting, but I'm just wondering how they would sort of get around something like this, because
usually
quite
atheists
strange.
would use these arguments. Atheists usually go into more cosmological, scientific issues. When it's fate against fate, it's usually more scriptural.
Yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead. We might as well put the cherry on top of it, right? With what this brother just said. So here it is, chapter 18 in the Quran, verse 83. And they ask you, hold on. And they ask you, O Muhammad, about Dhul Qarnayn, right? Say, I will recite to you about Dhul Qarnayn, a report. We established his power in the land and gave him this means to achieve everything. He traveled on a certain road until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting in a body of dark water.
And this is from a legend of Alexander the Great, who travels where the sun sets in a Hittite sea, which is a sea that is in the origin. Now, it's even in this, there's a twofold story, because in the full legend, the sea, when men go into it or thrown into it, they unalive from the poisonous stuff there is in there or whatever. So anyway, this is the murky spring they're talking
Shout
about.
out, hold up, we got facts only in the chat. Shout out facts only in the chat. Make sure you guys give him a follow. He's always wrecking Muslims. I see him on Instagram all the time, but I'm guessing he's on TikTok and everywhere else. So you guys give facts only a follow as well. Shout out Bread. We got Bread here as well. Shout out Bread, another one. All of Islam is currently obsessed with Bread right now. They're doing their best to dismantle her, but just go ahead and watch her videos, and you guys will see that you can't dismantle them. They're official. They're all official.
Did anyone watch the debate with God Logic and Itachi and all the group? I haven't watched it. Is it pretty good?
Yeah. So they the Muslims had a good maybe a minute and 30 seconds in the beginning of it. And then they got wrecked for like 40 minutes after that. It's a good
You know what's the
watch.
funny
keep
thing?
cutting.
When the way they started, they're like, okay, we're going to go only red letter Bible, which is only the quotes of Jesus,
That's how bad it
and
was. even
that we won't grant you everything.
Bro, I was mad when the Christians agreed to that. I was upset because I was like, no, why are you granting them?
You're
just
limiting
that?
yourself.
And
Such an
even
oddly
with-
specific.
Yeah, dude. And even with that, they still couldn't do it, bro. The Muslims still couldn't do it. I was shocked. Then they
I
were
might
like,
jump
okay,
off this
fine,
and let
let's-
someone
let's go
else.
to- they were like, let's go to Q then. Let's go to Q. And even with Q record, they couldn't run.
Esoteric.
What's up, man?
Bro, tell me, do you believe in contagious diseases like COVID and stuff?
We only believe in the Quran, the prophets,
Bro.
the angels.
Calm down. I'm just asking you.
Hold on,
Do
guys.
you
real quick.
believe?
Does anybody want to drop to let up another Muslim? Because we got another Muslim. It's definitely not Destroyer that you stay up here.
Yeah, please drop me.
Um,
Please drop me. Thank you.
I
So
will.
guys-
Drop
I will
same ball.
leave if
Same
you
ball is a
read my
placeholder.
hadith. I'll read. I'll leave if you read my hadith.
All right, go ahead.
I just posted it.
Oh yeah, I got it. I did get it. Hold on.
Hold on. I'll post it again.
I got it. I think I got it. Purification, right? Sunan Abi Dawud 22.
Yep.
Ew.
Man, the guy that raised up his.
What the heck is happening,
Drop him, man.
Yo, what the heck?
I didn't see them. I clicked some. What was happening?
Yo, what the heck, dude? This guy pulled out his pecker, dude.
Oh,
What the?
average Sunni.
Good thing that's not. Good thing that's not showing on YouTube, bro.
Like 2 inches of pecker, man.
Jesus Christ! This is how diabolical this debate is. They're like, you know what? I gotta pull out my pecker.
Nah, what
'cause
the
I don't know
fuck
what
was
else to
that?
do.
Yo, what the fuck?
Just for